down to the end of the month. For two reasons. We are want to be over and done with the month of May, so we can head on to the month of June and every other month in the year 2024, so we can wrap up the year already and get on to 2025. And we also count it down to the end of the month because you see, for salary earners, something always happens at the end of the month. Now, while the employees usually would feel happy receiving that credit alert, especially those of us that get our salaries via account numbers. And by the way, do people still get paid with cash? I think it's a conversation we should have. Do people still collect their salary cash? Say, give me which account number, give me my money. I want to be seeing it, I want to feel it, I want to hold it, don't send it to any account number. I'm not interested in that one. Anyway, that's by the way. I don't think the employers are smiling as much as the employees are when it's that time of the month. Because you see, there's going to be some debiting and some crediting. And from experience, as someone who had to credit accounts of people that work for me, I must tell you, it's not a funny feeling. I mean, and it was just maybe about 2 persons or maybe 1 person. Imagine if you have over 50 employees and you have to credit all their accounts by the end of the month. Banam. You know, you have chest pain and all of that. That's on a lighter note though. I'd like to encourage everyone to look on the brighter side today. I experienced something on Saturday, and I probably would share it with us maybe after trending stories and the recorded program we have coming up. I've learned to be grateful for the little things. As much as things are not looking up the way I expect them to, the truth of the matter is, I am very, very convinced that since I have life, there is hope. I mean, what are we talking about? Appreciate life. On my screen, some seconds ago, was the news of the passing of the Iranian president. And, you know, you would think that this person is a president. This person is probably not talking about the price of tomatoes, gari, pepper, the price of fufu and corn, the price of petrol and all of that. He is president. And as much as they say on easy lies the head that wear the crown, because he's supposed to drive policies that would move the nation forward and all of that, to a certain extent, he has all it takes to have his needs met. But then you see, at this point in time, he doesn't have life. But you see, you have life. So make the most of it. My name is Denise Dennis Walu, one and only of Nigeria Info FM. What's on the menu for today? Display of academic and career achievements on social media. It's a period of writing various exams that determine whether you gain admission into the university or not. WAEC is currently ongoing, and after WAEC is NECO. And then there is a recently conducted JAM exams with the results of the highest scoring candidates all over social media. Well, it's becoming a norm to see posts about academic and career achievements online. I mean, if you go on LinkedIn, you'll be wowed at various uploads and profiles on individual accounts. I mean, I had to look back at my LinkedIn account. I mean, I can't remember the last time I was on LinkedIn, but you see how I had to carefully craft, my profile to fit into a particular narrative that, to a large extent, I'm sort of making progress. I'm not left out of it, all right? So there is that. There is display of awards. There is convocation pictures as well as degrees graduated with, from BA, BSc, LA, LLB, what's it called now, to masters, to PhD, and then one degree hotter all over the place. And then there is latest promotions, places of work, to the seminars you even attend. Some seminars are certified. You attend those seminars, they give you a particular certificate. These displays are not limited to LinkedIn. Mind you, other social media platforms also have individuals displaying various achievements, and they say the pressure is getting worse. But then, there are people who do not seem impressed by this display. Some say such persons are jealous because they couldn't achieve such feat. Others get inspired to do more, while some feel it's simply show off that may not yield anything positive in the end. So my two questions to you are, what best describes this prevalent act? Is it indeed a show-off, a means of motivation for others, or simply display for career prospects? And what is the best way to show academic and career achievement? When we come back from the break, I will take your mind back to what used to happen when we were growing up as children. On X, we are at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Stay tuned.
Ideologies
and different perspectives.
Share your views on the sunny side.
92.3 Nigeria.
Up, some of you will be familiar with what I'm about to share. So the parents will usually go to school and pick up your report card. It used to be a report card then. Mine was very big. For some reason, I think mine was the biggest size of report card I had seen. If I looked at the other schools, my neighbors' children's schools, mine was very wide, it's police children's school, so the report card was big. I don't think my nursery school report was as big as that one, but you see, the parents will go and get the results, and before you as a child will see your results, your parents get to see it first, until times change and you can actually take your results by yourself and go home and show your parents the result. Now, your results can even be forwarded to your parents' email address. So if they give it to you, they will still give the parents their copy. Or they will give the parents. So things are changing. Now, if a child had done very well academically, some parents, like my father, didn't know how to keep short about it. There was no social media at the time. So I'm most certain that they can't make a post about it. However, visitors will come to the house. You guys will interact with people. And now that I think of it, I cannot still understand how the conversation got to that point where my dad was talking about my results. Like, this is not to say I was eavesdropping, but something will lead to something that will now lead to academics, and then, okay, a parent can now start saying, oh, my child did well academically, came second, came fourth, came this. No, the conversations did not, out of the blues, like this. One parent will just say, Chineye, my daughter came first in her class. So, hey, Chineye, very intelligent girl, smart girl. I said, come, Chineye, let me dash you something. The denominations we had then, I think the highest denomination at the time was the 50 naira note. We didn't have the 100 naira note at the time. So that auntie will put her hand inside her bag, give you either 5 naira, 10 naira. If the auntie was too, maybe she had plenty money, you get 50 naira. Mint, not dirty money. Mint, those crispy notes, fresh, crush, like that. And then, if the auntie was also going to do the comparison thing, if she came with her child, she said, can't you see Chineye? Chineye came first in her class. You, coconut head, Olodo, you don't know anything. You are coming last. You are coming 10th. You are coming, so there was that comparison. All right. And then some parents were wise enough to just appreciate a child for doing well academically. In fact, they would even go as far as promising you a gift if you had done well academically. You remember those times. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So if you pass, you come second or you come first, I'm going to buy you a bicycle. So that was the child's motivation. Yay! Bicycle is the goal. Bicycle is the goal. Bicycle is the goal. Or if they didn't promise, when they see your results and they're impressed, they'll say, what do you want me to buy for you? Then they will go ahead and buy it. So there was that show off on the side of the parents. It was show off. I don't know. I don't think it was anything more than show off. That my child is intelligent. And like I said, JAMB just concluded JAMB. You see schools putting out the results of the highest scoring JAMB students. Some parents, some relatives. Oh, my cousin scored 300 and something in JAMB. It's on their social media accounts. Oh, my cousin got 5 A's and 2 B's in the just concluded WAEC examination. Wow, brilliant. And then everybody, they look at this child with some form of admiration and all of that. And then there are some people that say, what's the essence of showing this? So beyond results in academics, yes, people with a first class now, they find a way to write a very lengthy post and then they attach a picture, their convocation gown, together with their certificate showing that they graduated with a first class degree, a second class upper degree. A master's student that graduates with distinction will put it out there. The certificate to show as evidence. You see the person's full name and all of that. To somebody, attending seminars and getting certificates for it. To someone being promoted. To someone starting up a new job and all of that. But you tell me what best describes this prevalent act. A show off, a means of motivation, or display for career prospects. Now I'm sure for the academic, what's it called now? For the JAMB's top scorers, I'm sure some philanthropist or some benevolent individual would see the need to give some of these children scholarships, seeing that they have done so well academically. So that also be for academic prospects as well. And then, of course, what is the best way to show academic and career achievement? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. Send us a message on WhatsApp and Telegram. The WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 0306416. 0809 0306416. Yes, I was going to say this. I think it skipped my mind. The announcers of academic or career prospects are usually the parents too. Some parents who would like to be referred to as unwa doctor, unwa lawyer. They will tell people that care to listen, even when the child is just in 100 level. And the child was a doctor. The child was in 200 level. The parents had already started announcing that their child is a lawyer. So you see, the villagers at that time, whenever they had medical problems or legal problems, will march down to the houses of these parents and say, hey, where is that your daughter that is a doctor? See, and then the child will say, I'm just in 100 level. You have not even started learning the thing that we use and treat people. We are just learning the basics. And you have already gone to tell the whole world, say, you're a doctor. Come and check this person's temperature. Whether you will know what they will give to this person. Because we learn this, we say, but I'm just in 200 level. Say, you're a lawyer. So now, as this thing is like this, now how are we going to do it? So I really like to know. Omere God's Will on Facebook. Omere Goodwill, I beg your pardon, says, for me, it's more of show off. Because even the said degrees can be rarely seen in the character, people to brag for and for people to see they are making progress. Only few is intended to motivate others. Most of the bearers have targeted people to brag for and for people to see they are making progress. How so? So would it mean that when you accept friend requests, you accept those friend requests, or you're following some persons on social media because you know that someday you would have something to post that will make it seem like, yes, you are indeed top of your game. You are indeed making progress. Now, if you can't get through to us via the phone lines, not to worry. Send a message. I would gladly read your messages. Again, the WhatsApp and Telegram number for all your messages is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. That's for your messages. And then for calls, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. I look forward to reading your messages. And okay, I think I'll need some help in the studio. So like I was saying, would you consider it a show off? Would you look at someone's display of certificates or job position as motivation for you? More like, if this person can do it, I can indeed do it myself. Or you feel like it's just show off, nothing more than that. Or what are the chances that someone would indeed look at some of these things uploaded or some of these things on people's profiles and want to partner with them for business? Most likely want to give them a job. Because, you know, some experts will say that these days your social media handles should sort of reflect what you are, what you do, your strengths, because you never know who is gonna be looking. And I would like to say this. There's some jobs that have manifested by virtue of someone coming upon your social media post. You will agree with me, beyond those people that sell products, whether tangible or intangible, beyond all of the adverts you do to say that, oh, I do sell this, I do sell that. Sometimes you just put up something. If you go on Facebook now, there are people who would like to say something like this. If you're just coming on this page, glad to meet you. I would like to introduce myself. I am so and so and so and so. It's so and so and so and so. Graduate of so and so and so. I help people with so and so and so and so and so. And of course, people like that, you would already know that they are looking to sell something, a product or a service. These people are looking to be engaged, not marital engagements now. Engaged in some job, some contract, some project, you name it. So doesn't it count for anything that these people are putting these things out on their social media platforms? Now, for the schools that usually will put this out, it's a no-brainer. Of course, a school will need more students. And then the school can put out a post showing that, CEO, students from our school made these WAEC results. Students from our school scored these scores in JAM. Parents on social media will see it. And they would say, you know what? Okay, I think my child will attend this school. And then they go and make their findings. And before you know it, they've gotten more students. Even some universities, whatever they are doing their convocation, they're always quick to put out the fact that they had over 30 first-class graduates. They had over these number of second-class upper degree, you know. So parents are looking, right? The students are looking as well. Well, this school that is having over 30 first-class graduates, it means there's something they are doing right. I think I would want my child to attend these schools. So when the schools put them out, one can conclude that it is solely for selling their self in a good light, some sort of marketing, some sort of advertisement. I mean, you show it. You don't just say you are the best school and there is nothing to show for it. But what about when individuals put these things out there? Is it right? Is it the best way to do so? I mean, how do you know that this person is making progress if they don't have it out there? Kingsley from Mungwaba says, good afternoon, dear. I see it as more of a show-off, oppression. And these things have a way of getting into some people, depression. What if their motive is actually oppression, but someone, rather than getting depressed, sees it as motivation? Is that also possible? Do people really get depressed by those things? Again, I don't know what's happening to the phone lines. I keep seeing your calls. When I try to take them, the phone lines drop. So let's try this other number, okay? The 0817-923-0009. 0817-923-0009. Again, 0817-923-0009. I'm hoping that line will go through. One more time, 0817-923-0009. And away from the phone lines and WhatsApp and Telegram, I did mention that we are live on X. Okay, so you can watch us. Drop your comments in the comment section, and in course of the conversation, I would read them. On X, again, we are at Nigeria Info PH on X. I beg your pardon, at Nigeria Info PH on X. And Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Also on Instagram and Thread at Nigeria Info FM _PH. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
That is, I am Peter. I call from Motivo.
Peter, you're welcome.
Thank you. In those days when we were small, when we were in the secondary schools, we used to look at those our seniors, those who have gained admission to university. So we're actually in year one. But whenever they come home, we look at them as our role models. We still respect them. And, at that time, we left school close to 40 years ago. We left secondary school. And during the holidays, they used to organize their talk shows and stuff. Some of them are professors today. They will come around at Village Square to talk to us. Because one of us actually said that was thinking that before you get admission to the university, you might have gathered thousands of naira, get ready for the university education. We were even thinking that those books they use in the universities are so expensive that ordinarily you cannot afford. And they started talking to us that no, it does not. That those days, the system was a free one. They were free feeding. They had a meal ticket. And they now started talking to us that it does not take anything. After you get admission, that everything will just go like that. Your parents can take care of you. That's not the way you people are thinking. So, as from that moment, our thinking begin to change. You say, but yet, some of us will never still agree, But those students, when you see them, they are so respected whenever they come. Of course, they must show up. Their shoulders are up. You see their shoulders up. Very tough.
Okay, what I'm trying so hard to understand your point. So what exactly is your point, please?
I am coming. I am coming. So, like what you just said, they will actually brag. They will actually show themselves. Yes, we are university students. Oh, those things are there. Even today, apart from how common the thing is now, but I think they are still doing it. I could see my children, some of them, when they come, you see the children, you know.
All right, thank you so much. I waited for him to land, but apparently Sida is confusing us or confusing things or mixing things up. Parents showing off sometimes prematurely with their children didn't start today. The biblical account of Jesus shows his mother Mary asking the ushers at the wedding to go to her son when they ran out of wine, and Jesus even said, "Mother, my time never reached. I'm just in year 1." Nigerian folk, good afternoon to you and welcome. Oh dear, phone lines problem. So sorry. I think women actually started it, especially career women. They displayed their career achievements and rubbed it in your face. They want you to know that they did not get this by slipping around. That is their hard work. But now it's everybody saying. Ernest from Owoji. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Hello, good afternoon, Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
This is Jimmy calling from Mosi.
Jimmy, you're welcome.
I so much love this conversation. I think most of the times it's not for a show up. Yeah, not for a show up. It's motivational. Like, mostly I am always motivated when I see those posts because, especially those jam stuff. It's not easy for somebody to write jam and score 300 and something over 400. So a student that is still in secondary school that is ready to be serious, once that person sees this kind of post, he will say, if this child can do this, that means I need to sit up, I need to try harder. This child has one head just like I do. So I need to sit up and work harder in order to meet up with this kind of brain that this child has. And the other part that when a child is in year 1 in the university, especially those studying medicine, parents will like try to show up. That one is a show up. Because I could remember when I just got admission into the university, I was studying physics, not even medical course. But just because I told my friend that I want to do medical physics, so I'm doing masters. So my friend started calling me a learned person. Started calling me medical doctor. I said, that I'm doing physics to the point that there was one kind of medical problem that he had. He called me and said, if somebody has this kind of challenge, please, what would be the medical remedy for it? I said, that I am a physics student, not a medical student. So, because I have worked, I worked in a hospital as a cleaner, and he knew it very well that I worked as a cleaner.
And you should know now, when the doctors are working, you should be paying attention.
Then when he asked me, I said, okay, I just told him that the remedy, but that does not make me a medical doctor. I think he was, because I know very well that he used to tell people that he has a friend that is a medical doctor, which I'm not.
Okay. All right.
So that part is a show up, but showing your result on social media, that one is motivational. It's not a show. It might be a show up to the person that is posting it, but to some people out there reading it, it's a kind of motivation to them.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Didi. Good afternoon to you too. My name is Edward Harry. I am an ardent believer in growing in silence. But my view about updating some information about my career progress changed when I got feedback from a recruiter that beyond the CV presented, my socials ought to reflect my career progress. So I had to start updating my profile, but I still don't put everything out there. So while some persons do it for show off, there are others doing it to attract opportunities. The difference is often in the tone of their message. When someone is bragging, you will know. And when it is intended to motivate others, you will also know. And just to add, we are the consumers of the content. We have the right to decide our response. If we see it as bragging, we will be intimidated. Or we can decide to be motivated to push ourselves to upgrade as necessary. Muriel from Okrika. Hi Muriel, welcome to the sunny side.
Thank you, Denise. Good morning.
Good everything. Is the word I understand. I forgive you. Go ahead.
Denise, some of us, we don't know what social media is doing for us, honestly. A free platform where you advertise yourself, where you showcase yourself, you showcase your product. You just open the page, Facebook page, get a WhatsApp page, and boom, you can become a millionaire, you can become a billionaire. You don't know what social media has done for us. Before this social media, so many people, so many people. In fact, before you showcase yourself, you need to come to go to radio stations, you need to go to television stations to showcase your product. You pay huge sum of money, but media has made many people stand that make up talent. So I think showcasing yourself on social media is not hyping yourself. Some people will say you're exposing yourself to your village or something. I think it's a wonderful platform to test the kind of testing you have. But you not even have a product, Denise. You don't showcase yourself there as a good person, as a nice person. Some people will just be interested in you. And they call you and say, okay, please, come and work for me. Or this kind of person can fit to this particular place. So, social media is a very great opportunity. Some people don't see it as you just come, laugh and go. You just come, and go. You can plait hair, you can sew, you are a very good seamstress, you can make. You can even talk about marriage. I know of a girl, Denise. A girl, my customer, she buys from me. She's a friend. She talks about marriage on social media. Do you know that? She has started getting followers. Before you know, Denise, some people will just contact her. Before you know, she begins to talk to us and the like. You can start with on your Facebook page. Denise, absolutely is sometimes. How do you pay? One or two. You need to get one or two likes. I think social media is a very wonderful platform. People should showcase themselves as much as you can. Do their thing.
Showcase yourself as much as you can is what Muriel is saying. Anonymous says it's all three. Some people want to show off and pepper their real or imaginary haters. Some post to encourage others, and some do it in a bid to gain career opportunities. Truth is, we never know who is looking at our posts on social media. Even if they are not in our follower list, they might access it through any of our followers. Wisdom is profitable to direct, but on the other hand, there are people who have been greatly encouraged to hold on just because they read or heard the story of someone they follow or they saw on social media. Hi Denise, during my time, I used to be given good stockfish white soup with pounded yam when I came out first, especially in my primary school days. However, today I can't even afford stockfish for my kids when they take the first position. All I do is to pray and book mass for them as Catholic. I wouldn't want to advertise my child or my children's academic excellence on social media for security reasons. How did some people find out about some children's academic exploits, as we like to call them? How were some child geniuses discovered? the ones that got scholarship, someone had to put it out there. Could be the school. The children, of course, were not expected to be on social media. So it was most likely the parents. And someone saw it and said, wow, this child seems brilliant. And before you know it, can I meet with this child? And here you have it. Oh yes, for some people it backfired because the result was not genuine. Remember Mesoma? But what if Mesoma's result was indeed genuine? And she got all of the benefits, all of the scholarships, all of the recognition. How were people showing that they were making progress in time past, before social media, before the internet, before LinkedIn and Facebook and X and Instagram? And WhatsApp too. Because it's not the first time we're having first-class graduates. No, it's not. It's not the first time someone is a degree hotter. No, it's not. It's not the first time someone is scoring high in JAM. Oh, have you seen some results, WAEC results of those days? It's not the first time we're having people excel in their WAEC and NECO examinations. So yes, in those days, we couldn't see them. Someone just had to mention. And our parents, oh my goodness, they knew how to blow a trumpet and they knew how to do it really well. And who knows, maybe they got lucky and it got to the right ears. Most likely a church member who was doing so well, who felt the need to extend some financial aid to that child who was excelling. Sometimes nobody in your church even knew that you had started school. If your parent did not mention, I didn't see Emeka in church today. Emeka is in the university, oh, he's doing doctor. Okay, tell Emeka to see me. Sometimes it's during testimony time, lesson time, overcomers time. Praise the Lord, oh. I've come to testify the goodness of God upon my life. For as you see me, I'm a widow struggling for over 20 years since my husband died. But I come to give God all the glory. My first child is now a graduate. And the whole church will be clapping. That was how people knew. And maybe after the testimony and after service, someone who has a company in the church usually would reach out. What did your son study? My son studied engineering. Okay, tell him to see me. And it happens. Greetings to all Nigerian Info listeners. In my opinion, I believe it's a matter of motive. Sometimes people do search for show-ups, while for other times it could be a means of excitement and people celebrating their achievements with others without any strings attached. But in the case of parents, every parent wants to see their children succeed and make them feel proud. But if it becomes so bad when the expression of their children's successes become excessive and provocative, thereby making other parents feel very uncomfortable. Thank you. Peter Bright, Chairman from Omoma. Soki Fubara from Port Harcourt says, the motivation talk on socials is fine. If the consumers of such content will be ignited to do so, to take a step of becoming the good shown on social media. Today, I see lots of ladies dressing in a particular way of their traditional marriages because they see Kalabari people dress same and they are motivated to look like the ladies or the Iriawo. So that's how it works. Simply Goodness says hallelujah. I'll end the conversation by saying this. You know what you want out of life. I mean, no one will sell you better than you will sell yourself. So you know how things work. You know the tool you have at your disposal to get the results that you're looking for. Use them, but use them wisely. I don't think we have a problem with people showing that they are making progress. I think we have a lot more problems with how they go about it. Sometimes they do it to spite other people and they make them feel less of themselves. So it deviates from the actual goal, which is to motivate and which is to seek career opportunities and prospects. In all, be wise. My name is Denise Enniswallow. Up next is Trending Stories, and thereafter the sunny side continues. To stay tuned.